Yo, what's going on? Back again with another video. Sorry for the bit of a delay, but we've got Tyler's GQ in here. It's a full bubble cab. We're just doing a tray for it. We've got the main base tacked up if you saw in the previous video, and in this next video you'll be seeing me welding it and sanding it and how I do that in the finish. And the main thing will be just pipe bending, the basics of it, and yeah, just how to make your tailboard at home. Keep in mind each bender is a bit different, but I've kind of made a way that you can calibrate it at home with each like personal bender you have, and then figure out a way how to do this. It is really kind of a beginner guide. I wouldn't use it for like my own stuff if I was doing a headboard or something like that, but that's something we'll get onto in the next video, and just a bit more advanced techniques I use. I'm not going to say I know everything about pipe bending, but I know a bit, and yeah, I guess you can start off with this, and then when you get more comfortable, you'll learn your own ways and how to do it and stuff like that. And yeah, at the end of the video, I'll be doing a sneak peek of all the stuff I'm collecting for my TD42 Turbo. Yeah, just showing you guys what products I've run and why I've chosen them. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next clip. Alright, and that's what we're left with, just a bit of dust. So yeah, it comes out really nice, ready to paint over. So we're just going to dash around and do that to all these other joints, and then we'll get into the pipe bending. Alright, here we are. So all of this has been orbital sanded really smoothly. I put some pictures up soon of how they look. But yeah, going to flip it around, focus on this tail part here, get the sheet in if we can, and lights and all that. But yeah, I'll show you guys in a sec. Alright, here we are, got the pipe bender, got the tray, and got some couple pieces of cut. We'll show you what we're going to do. So he's going to be running, obviously we've got the tray this way around, but it'll be getting obviously welded to the bottom. So we've got number plate and 2 lights, one on either side obviously, and we're going to bend up a U shape over here and then one over here. So we've got a practice piece here, which will be our cheater piece. We can do this in a couple ways, pipe bending, because this is only a couple bends and this is also going to be the same degree as that one. We'll keep it as a simple way, but you can figure it out. So I'll show you when I do like the main hoops and stuff like that, what I've actually figured it out. So it would be like, if you bend it at 90, you mark it 100 mil back. If you bend it at 45 degrees, you mark it 50 mil back. And if you have 2 bends, you minus 2 measurements. I don't know, each bend is different, but that's just what I figured out with my bender. But I'll show you the easy way, which we'll be doing today. So you just got this practice piece here. We're just going to mark it roughly maybe 100 mil away from the center. So you got 730, I don't know, call it like 350 here. And this will be our test piece, so we'll know where to mark it. So you can see we've marked that, and it's good habit once you do a lot more pipe bending to write the degrees on it. So we're going to bend it at 50 degrees. And now we'll put it in this pipe bender over here. and we will line up our mark. All right, we're gonna line up our mark to the start over here, tighten this, and then we'll just drop this thing and line this up with 0. So this tells us what exactly our angle is. And then we'll grab our remote. So we obviously got bend in and back to normal. So we'll bend it until it's got, so we leave about 2 mil here, because once you tighten the piece against it, it's loose. Once you tighten it against it, and now it doesn't move, and now it's right on that line. And then we'll reset 0, yep. And yeah, now you just go ahead and bend it. This thing was loose, I didn't realize. All right, this is gonna be take 2, I guess. I'll make sure this doesn't move now again. All right, that's at 0. Grab a thing and just keep going until 150. And that's 50, so now we'll back it off. So we'll just take off the tension, back it off until it's loose, undo that. Just whack it with that, and then we can pull out either way. All right, and that's RP. So I know if I put that at the bender at that exact mark, which I will remark now, but if I put this piece in the bender and I put it on that mark, that's where the rest of the piece will go. So that's what we'll do. And we write the 50 on this side, or just remember what side you put it on. I always put it on the side which is to the left. So you always remember that's the way, because it matters which way you put it in the bender. So now that we've got that piece, we're going to replicate it on a longer piece. So we're going to cut a 2 meter piece here and do a mark and put it in the bender. Alright, so we have a piece here, our actual piece we're going to use. So now we're just going to bend it until this is 50. The bender, there is a bit of spring back. So say if you bend 10 degrees, you would bend 12 instead of 10. 90, maybe 94 or 95, you know. It's all dependent on experience and your bender itself. I find about 2 degrees. So I'll bend at 52, and that's me there. And I'll just press the up arrow until there's no tension on it, until that moves pretty freely. And then I'll be able to loosen that off. All right, and then we'll just take this piece out. All right, and we'll grab our cheater piece, we'll mark it all the way around. Decently straight line. And that's the piece we can plop on top. So now we just put this on top until the edge of this pipe lines up with this mark over here. And then we'll make sure that's straight. You can even grab a timber if you have one. I'll grab one over here. Just slap that on the side. Maybe if it wants to, yeah, like that. So that way you know that's in line. And then check our mark. That looks like it'd go this way a bit. And that looks good. So then we'll mark this over there. Mark it fully. Alright, so we've got a digital angle finder here. Plop that on top, and I'll show you guys why we need it in a second. We'll feed our pipe through. Again, feed it through this way. Slide this all the way in. And we'll grab our digital cube. Oh, just have a look if you guys can see this. Yep. Clean the bottom of it. That's zeroed out. Ooh, put on the edge of that. And then we're going to make sure that's 0. So we're just going to keep on playing with it. Within, 0.4 is fine, 0.3. And we've got 0.2. I don't know if you guys can see that. You can, perfect. 0.1. We'll make this 0 now. So just knock that there, and we're going to do the same thing, bend this to 50.
Approximately 10 hours later. The next day. One eternity later. Victory screech!
We'll now put our straight edge along it and mark this other side what we cut, and we'll show you in a sec and plop it on. And that'll be our grinder cut. We'll just double check it before we take the jig off. 160. 160. All right, we'll cut that now. I don't really want to do damage to the camera, so I'm going to put the camera far away and cut it. So that's where we are. And then we'll go show you for a sec how it looks. So we've got number plate in there, and then obviously steady light. All right, here we are. So we've got the piece tacked up, the main hoop, and now we're just doing the side ones. So we've already just cut that. Just with the grinder, really, trying to keep it simple for you guys to do it at home. So what we'll do now is just rest this piece on top, like this. And we know if that is flat, that this is going to be even, or like within 1-2 mil, if this is flat here. So it's about 10 mil once you notch it into this pipe, so it's going to get notched to sit nicer. So this is, again, simple as way to do it, but I'll come over to this side and show you. So I'll hold that pipe there where I want it. And then all I'll be doing is just marking. So say that's 10 mil through that pipe, right? And then another 10 mil mark here. So I'd be doing a pretend line. So it would be starting from here. And there, like that. But also you got to think about it, that's going to go in more. So that's got to be obviously in line. So we'll make this, we'll cut on this side of the line first. And then we'll notch it, which means we'll cut around that there and that there, which I'll show you. But first I'll cut this and then I'll bring the piece back. All right, so that's our piece there. and that's good, that much of space. So that's about 15 mil, right? So because this pipe's slightly, how do I explain it? Because I need a notch more out of this side than this side, because the pipe's going at an angle this way, I'll mark my notches now. So obviously I know it's got to get notched at the top a bit, but mainly on this other side here. So, and this is just the skill you get with practicing more and more. You'll never get it the best first go. It is something I've done a lot of, and I'll show you in a second. So that's the top notch. That's what I'll be notching. And then these two straight marks which I've done is the bottom notch. So again, I'll just copy what I've done here. So the top was about 15 mil in. So then from this mark and this mark, I'll do 15 mil in. Something like that and something like that. We'll cut that and we'll be right back. All right, you can see we just clean that up with a grinder. And there we are. So it's pretty good. We can probably sand a bit more, but we'll check the height of this now. We'll see how close we are. Where did I put my tape? Oh, yeah. So right there is very good, which means we can sand a bit more out from there. And yeah, then we should be good, about 5 mil. And that's our piece done. Right there. Shit, there. And I'll show you in a second the measurement. Oh, maybe I could do it from that side. Give me 1 sec. Try to get the camera in a better position. All right, so I guess that's the piece there. And then, oh shit, sorry. From there, 135. And then from up here to there, you can see it's 135 as well. And I'll show you the notch. Yeah, quite a good notch. Decent round. I could sand it a bit more if I wanted to. I'm happy to weld that gap. And then this side, same thing. So yeah, we're gonna obviously replicate this on that side, and then we'll be back in a bit to tack the sheet on and do all that kind of stuff. Cheers. All right, here we are. So finally notch both of these pieces, just tack this one just then. I'll turn it over in a bit and get a better view. But yeah, that's that done. Gonna weld them out now and then probably just clean up for the rest of the night. Put some sheet in if I can. But yeah, I'll catch up with you guys soon, weld this out and flip it over. Yo, okay, here we are, I guess. So we'll do a quick run through of everything we've got here. Obviously, yes, everyone's done the TD42 build. I guess this is just like, not like budget build, I guess. Like obviously I've spent a bit of money on new parts and stuff like that. But I would say this is like a bit more relatable to stuff online, not like fucking buying this new part, that new part, everything brand new. Like half of this stuff is secondhand. And yeah, I'll run through the prices of everything and why I opted out for some stuff rather than making it myself or that kind of work involved in it. So obviously we got the HD Automotive intercooler, 3-inch openings, it's front mount. We got the JRP gauges, turbo manifold, radius fab, sorry, the Canagua 18G Hyperfab intercooler kit to weld it through, and then the HD Automotive intercooler bracket kit, Hurricane Fab seats, rails, the controller pod to hold the JRP gauges, XR60 obviously. This is I got to change it for my AC to actually be working. 11mm pump, radius fab, dump pipe, and then we got a new genuine water pump and thermostat in here, and then just some toolbox which I'll show you in a second. I guess we'll start off left to right. So I'll pull it out for you guys. I decided to go the front mount HD Automotive intercooler. Very, very nicely built, and I really like the touch of even capping off these. So just when you're not using them and fabricating, no dust is getting inside them. Yeah, really nice welds. Hopefully camera picks that up. Nice and clean. And I guess, yeah, that took about, I think since I ordered it, took about 4 days to arrive. I think I was about $200, $220 or something. I'll put it up on the screen, whatever. I think the whole kit, if you buy like with the piping made and whatnot, is about 1800. But if I'm going aluminium, so if you got an aluminium 3-inch and like 90 degrees, 45 degrees straight, whatever, I think it would have been like $400 in material of what I'm gonna buy to make it. So I guess, yeah, and then I'll probably take about like a whole day, 8 hours to actually even fabricate it. So to be honest, 1800 deal is really good, I reckon, from HD Automotive. And then I got their bracketry. So this is about 150. Really nice welds, honestly. Really nice welds. Folded up neatly. Yes, I could have made my own. But for the price they do it and just how neat it is, I don't think it was worth making my own. So like, think about it. You're gonna buy the material, fold it up. You're gonna be messing around with, oh, is it straight? Is it centered? Stuff like that. If, say, even if I want to like custom mount it, these will get me so much further than doing it by myself. It would take me, I promise you, it would take you 2 hours to do it by hand, trying to bend and fold and notch and all this bullshit. This was $120 again from HD. We got these brackets. I'm pretty sure that would be the top, I'm assuming, and then these would be for the bottom holes, I'm gonna assume. Yeah, really nice welds, all folded up really nicely. And obviously they gave us all the nuts and bolts, all high tensile, and the rib nuts. Yeah, I just thought it was way cheaper to buy it and actually make it. We got the controller part dash, which I prefer them like, yeah, on the right. I know some people like the pillar pod on the windscreen, which I'll show you a photo of what I mean, but I like it like this. I'm not sure how this is mounted, to be honest. I guess I'll figure it out. That was like $50. The Hurricane Fab seats. So obviously I'm getting the turbo engineered and the seats engineered. I think roughly it would be like 1100 to get the seats and turbo engineered. The Hurricane Fab seats, Hurricane Fab rails make it super, super easy because it's already been through engineering and like trialed and tested. You don't have to like worry about engineering your own seat mounts, you know? It actually works out to be cheaper to buy these mounts than to like make your own. I know it is a bit, it's just flat bar. I'll pull one out actually for you. So obviously it comes with the instruction guide. We can do a video on it if you guys want. But yeah, pretty simple. And then that's, I guess how it looks like. Hammered finish, nice and folded neatly, 90 degrees. And I'm assuming one of these bolts would be bolting down on your factory row and that would just suit the XR6 seats. Obviously decided to go down these because they're cheap. Like modification you do, comfort, Makes the car heaps better. And I do a lot of driving for work, picking up parts. I actually worked away at Inverloch for a week, and I was like scrolling marketplace. I actually won $580 from Pokey. I was like, fuck it. And then yeah, I found this pump for sale in Mafra, and the guy decided to like meet me kind of halfway kind of thing. And yeah, we drove like, I think I drove like 2 hours away, and picked this up. So this is out of a GU. There's a slight little weep out of this copper washer, he was saying, so we got to figure that out. We got a couple of mates which will help us out on that. We'll go through that in a second. And then this is the Hyperfab intake manifold kit. So obviously a lot of people, you'd cut your stock TD manifold. I'll put a picture. Sorry, I'm just my ADHD. Anyways, I'll put a picture up. But yeah, they chop that, and then that's what gets welded to the top of it. So it'd be like this. And yeah, that's for your lines, obviously like that. And yeah, kind of nice of them to add these little like brass heat sinks, I'm gonna say. Yeah, all nice folded. Fuck all gap really. Like, if you know what you're doing, it's nothing like sand a couple mil, whatever. That's just from the cutter itself. But yeah, good product. And they've bead rolled the outside of the part really nicely, shaved down, ready to weld, which is awesome. We've got obviously the fuel pump, so the slight little weep from here, which we've got to fix. Shouldn't be too bad. Hopefully it's not too bad actually. We've got the Radiusfab dump. That looks a bit dodgy. Obviously the previous customer did it, not Radiusfab. We will fix that up. I decided to obviously go like for this. Sorry, I forgot to put prices for this dump. So I got it as a deal. Obviously, the dump, turbo, and the manifold. I paid $1,100 for it, and that was secondhand. The turbo was like mint condition. There was no like what's it called, play in the shaft or anything like that. No leaks. I'm gonna get new lines anyways. That was 1,100. That was $50. I went through that already. Sorry. The rails were $200. The belt, I don't know, maybe like $30. And then this kit, I think, was around $200 again. Sorry, we'll just add all the prices up here. What I just said. So yeah, that came a part of the deal. Just a lot easier to fabricate. Like honestly, like I'm probably gonna buy an exhaust for mine. I don't know. It seems like you pay $400, right? You get a full exhaust. Like I'm not gonna. It's hard to beat that, and I'm not too worried. Like I want the engine bay to be clean and nice, which is where I'd spend more of the money on than rather the exhaust looking nice. You know. I know that's kind of sounds bad because I'm a fabricator, but I think it's just like smarter buys, you know, like I could have made this, I could have made that, etc. But stuff like these products make it 10 times easier, and you'll see how fast it actually takes to install this. Like it'll be quick. And then back here, we've just got a genuine water pump, which I thought I might as well change over, and a friend gave it to me. He's doing a shed clean out, and yeah, he's just a fucking awesome guy. And then we got the thermostat, which is, I think, I gotta ask him. I don't know if it's an 82 degree opening one or a 79. I think 79 is stock, or 76 or something is stock. And then we just got these little two boxes, which will be the toolboxes, which need to be fabricated for the back of my tray. So plan is to figure out where to cut them. So they'll be cut, it'll be a square, and then there'll be an angle, sorry, like that, for each toolbox. It's easier to bend them as a square, fold them as a square, and then kind of make a cut to where it suits my angle in my car. But yeah, I think I just traded that for the laser cutters that time, because obviously I don't have my own bender. I just helped out the laser cutters for I think an hour or two, and yeah, they just folded that, and gave me a little cash. But yeah, I guess that's what the grand total brings it to this. And I do want to say, okay, water pump, genuine water pump, and thermostat, and the folding. I guess if you want to, you can add them up, and that was these. But obviously, that's just extra parts. It's not really something a part of the turbo build. But yeah, I thought I'd just put it in there. Over the next, oh shit, sorry, I didn't go through the gauges properly. So the gauges. So we got the EGT gauge. So I'll open that up for you if it's not sticky taped. No, this is actually a genuine raw first opening because I haven't opened it yet. Ooh, looks so sleek. That's awesome. Sorry, this is my first. I know it's everyone has it, a Turbo TD42, whatever, but this is cool for me. I'm not sure what all this stuff is, but I'm sure I will figure it out. Bracketry for the thing. Yeah, so we got obviously EGT. We've got the oil pressure, water temp, and coolant, and then that's like a 3-in-1. I really see good reviews about these. I think it's Aussie Arvos. They do videos and sponsor them and stuff like that, and they seem pretty cool. And then obviously we just got the boost gauge. What do we go? 0 to 30. Surely we're not going to run more than 30 psi. But I'm joking. We're not. I think for all these it was 500. I think I think it's 500. So I guess that's what brings the grand total to this much. I don't know. I think it was like, if I were to guess, like 2K or something. Sorry, I don't know if I mentioned, but yeah, the 11mm pump was 400. So yeah. So yeah, that's the price of everything, I guess. I gotta get a move on to the tray, obviously, which you just seen in the video. I gotta finish that before I start doing any of my stuff. It's just the way it is. Like, you gotta make, I would rather customers be happy and do D-Wolves and Fab stuff than work my own stuff, because my own stuff can always be later, But yeah, I think that's about it. I've got a couple friends coming over. I think like 3 or 4 weeks is my goal to turbo this in. To start the turbo. Start turboing this. Holy shit, I need sleep. I'm hoping to get done in a weekend. I know that's so keen. But yeah, like start Friday or something, disassembling it and finish Sunday. But we'll see how we go. Anyways, I hope you guys learned a lot in the pipe bending and stuff like that. I know this was a bit more of a lengthy video, not really a sneak peek if it was like 30 minutes long. But no, I appreciate everyone who's made it this far in the video. And yeah, let me know what you guys want to see. And yeah, I'll try my best to record that for you guys. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.